What's by this Jam? Welcome back to a new reaction video, and today we're reacting to Doctor Who. This is the centenary special, The Power of the Doctor. It's the last episode of the 13th Doctor. This is where she regenerates. Now, if you didn't see the end of last episode, I did say I know who the Doctor is after Jodie. I'm not going to say who it is just in case the off chance one person is watching this with me and they haven't seen the episode. Not gonna say who it is, but I'm just gonna say I know that we have a 14th Doctor and then we have a 15th Doctor. Now I don't know how or why it happens. I just know who it is. That's all I know. Um, if you don't know why I know, just watch the last episode, the ending of it, the review. And last episode, I just want to say I think I made it out to seem like I didn't like last episode. It's so weird because to me, it's unlike any other Doctor Who episode I've seen. It does really remind me of a classic Who story, and the Sea Devils seem classic to me. The whole pirate theme was really great. The 19th century atmosphere was great. The acting was good of the side characters. I just didn't like the execution or like most of the writing of it. Um, I did say what could be better was if they had it longer. Um, if they would have had it longer, they could have fleshed out the characters more. But anyway, I did like the last episode. I think I like the comparing it to the festive special. I like that one way better. Like the festive special of 2022 is one of my favorite specials. I don't know why. Like compared to all the specials we've seen, I think it was a very good special. I think because it was so simple, they didn't. It wasn't a super big event. I feel like this is a big event because it's the centenary special. Um, Centenary means 100. Quite. I don't quite sure. I don't know what the 100th special is. Um, because I know they had the 60th special for Disney. Anyway, let's go ahead and watch Centenary special. The Power of the Doctor. It's a long episode, so we're gonna just stick with it. It's one of the longest Doctor Who episodes there have been. Let me see the longest Doctor Who episode. Yeah, that is the longest Doctor Who episode we're gonna see. It's like a movie. It's literally like as long as the Fantastic Four movie is gonna be. Come on, let's see what the plot is. Like I said, there hasn't been really much build up to her generation. Oh, okay. I should have said it earlier. I said it's gonna be Cybermen. Dang, they look different.
Get out of bed now. Ready?
Leader, we have detected a rescue attempt. Scans detect a TARDIS and Doctor.
I've got a date to get to.
Oh. Oh no, Dan. Oh, okay. Dang. Oh, okay.
The train needs bringing under control. We need
You
to
gotta
get
tell
to a
them.
halt. The controls are over there.
You gotta tell the doctor.
Don't lose us on it. We need to find and keep the passengers safe.
He's
We'll find
hiding
out
it.
what those cybermasters want with this train.
Why do you want a kid? The last Tribunal intro, definitely an overhated era. I'll explain more. Oh, this is the long episode. This is my long review episode. Oh, please sit tight. This is gonna be a long episode. Okay, Siberia, 1919. I gotta
Father
stop.
Grigori.
Father Grigori.
Your presence is urgently required at the Winter Palace.
Oh, okay.
What happened to this painting?
It was taken down for restoration work.
There's something else. When I arrived at this cabin, there was a package waiting for me. When I opened it up, there was a Russian doll toy box inside from the doctor.
Oh,
Oh,
are these old
what was the
companions?
doll?
I don't know who these people are, but oh,
I was one hand away from flying off into space and suffocating.
65. Yeah, she would have still
Don't wanna
been
push me
alive,
any
but
further.
she's not. So
I mean, all this.
Home's important. I'm glad to see you back here.
I'll call you.
I'll ghost you.
I'm glad he's safe.
It is imperative that you and I meet.
Nah, there's no
I
way.
don't think so.
I offer you the key to the destruction of the dark.
Is this a rogue Dalek?
A Dalek invades my TARDIS with a message offering to destroy its own species.
That looks like the Master.
Is a cruel illness.
Maybe he's not though.
I cannot help
The-
but
his
think
reveal-
that he has worsened ever since the arrival.
His
of
eyes
the
look just like the
second moon in
Master.
sky. Cyber technology.
It's like a whole
They're capable of
cyber
this.
planet. Oh, that's creepy. Oh, really?
Stay here.
That's the Master.
It's from another time.
Yours of what to come. I hope not.
Be able to stop it.
Oh yeah? Why's that?
Your master awaits, Doctor.
15 of the world's most valuable paintings have disappeared from view.
That's what you called us here for. Have you any idea what's going on in outer space in 1960?
I love Kate Stewart.
Strangely enough, no. Oh, also, new freelancers. Don't be cross.
What are you doing here?
I brought them in. I'm rebuilding our intelligence networks with people who understand the problems Earth faces. From personal experience, it seemed...
Sarah Jane would have been great in this.
So?
Okay, Tegan
How's it been?
Jovanka.
Like you care.
Can we discuss this?
38 years.
The face of Rasputin, inserted into every painting.
That's the Master.
Tremor detection data with the aforementioned ground deformation measurements, cross-referencing the increase in volcanic gas emissions and rising magma levels.
Guarded by your cybermasters in 1916. Now, do I win a prize if I guess how this all fits together, or are you just going to tell me while you're
Be
grandstanding?
patient. We'll get there.
How did you even escape from Gallifrey?
Magnificent attention to detail. Oh, so clever. Because I can give her this warning. We both know she won't leave. She can't not know I've said that to her, and yet she knows she should because she also knows I don't make empty threats.
Oh.
What? Cover him.
I've survived.
Oh.
Detecting a light signal from the missing clouds.
Wait a minute. They say. Yeah, Vendor.
Tegan
Oh.
Jovanka.
How's your Auntie Vanessa? Do you keep her in a little doll's house?
I'm going to enjoy watching you locked up in a tiny cell.
That's right, you tell me. And Ace! Or should I say Dorothy?
I don't know who that
Dr.
is.
Ditchy.
Be careful. I'm supposed to be the one saying that to you.
If you go anywhere inside a volcano, you're gonna end up burning. How are they still alive?
Seismology. Volcanoes.
Damn.
Daleks.
That's a Cyberman. Or what is that?
That ain't just any cyber.
The heck?
It's a Russian doll. Such a good plan.
Why would that be there?
Almost complete. We are detected. Make the trade.
That's messed up.
The casing, Dr. Alex. Activate.
When we first met her.
I was just thinking, we could call this the Master's Dalek Plan. Or the Cyber Dalek Master Plan. Or this Cyber Master's Dalek Plan. I can't quite get it.
They're just looking at each other? So you're saying this is gonna be the first Forcer generation, and that's why she changes.
If you need my help, I can certainly do it.
I guess David Tennant was kind of a Forcer generation too, because he was like dying.
Forced
Well, all of them are kind of forced if they're dying, but they're not forced. But dang, are they both gonna regenerate? No! Come on, do something! Do something! Ah. So his face. So now the Doctor is him. This is the first time he became the Doctor.
The Doctor.
That's a scary room. I wouldn't even step out of there. I'd be like, I'm gonna get every single ally I need.
I know you're worried about what I'm gonna do. Simple. The Earth will become a foundry for Daleks and cyber production, hence the work in the volcano.
Dang,
Well, I
first
tarnished
evil
the name of the
Doctor. See,
Doctor.
I called it earlier.
A byword. Fear, pain, and destruction. So when people hear that name in future, they quake.
If you think I am gonna let you...
I am the Doctor now! I am the Doctor!
Destroy them both.
Wait, come on, I need to see that. Oh wait, no, hold on. I need to rewind to see that costume. Okay, it looks like David's pants, and then like the fourth Doctor scarf, and then the other Doctors. I don't know who the other ones are. Oh no, maybe he's just wearing the fourth Doctor's outfit because it has the little question marks on the shirt, and I know he wore that. I think that was him who wore
That's
it.
how you stop two sides warring, yeah.
Dang.
Destroy them both. No one to stop me.
Is that Earth? I just realized, is that Earth and some other planet? Oh. No. Again? I just saw the hair. Yeah! Yeah!
Determined of us.
The first Doctor.
What are we going to do about it?
Is that,
Do about what?
I don't know who that
Our
is.
predicament.
Is that the
This is
fourth
supposed to be
Doctor?
handed
No,
over.
that's not the
You
fourth
can't ruin
Doctor.
it for the next one.
Stop you moving any further
Is
through.
that the
You are not
eighth
finished.
Doctor?
We are not finished.
That might be the eighth, the one before the War Doctor.
Vestiges of your consciousness way back.
Oh, okay.
Time's running out.
Very good. Even more so with the Force regeneration.
That's the third.
Until it's
That's the
settled,
third?
it may be vulnerable.
I'm all wrong.
We need help from the outside.
Is that a bad way to start? Bit overdramatic. How's it looking? I have been working on this literally forever. Built from data of my behaviour across thousands of years. And it should
Damn.
only activate under the gravest circumstances.
Oh. Hey! All the Doctor's companions were weirdos. I would have had him wait like years. I would have time traveled 100 years afterwards.
You're affecting the interface of your hologram implant. It's reacting to your emotional memory. I should have accounted for that.
I don't know which one that
Sort of
is.
looked like he used to, but not quite.
He's old.
I could say the same to you.
Surprised you remember.
I didn't understand the burden you carried.
All children leave home sooner or later. The joy is to watch them fly. Oh, we're more than good. We're ace.
Easy, love. Arnold Palmer.
Arnold Palmer?
Volcano Inspector.
The
Graham,
heck?
friend of the Doctor.
Can't get the hang of this. Listen, those metal things, they
Arnold
are from
Palmer.
outer space, and they
Palmerson.
seem to be drilling to disrupt the tectonic plates.
What's
we
he
gotta
doing
keep them
here?
under sharpish.
I choose to believe otherwise.
Your surrender is accepted. Volcanic eruption shall commence. Disruptor pulse activated.
I know back in Classic Who they used to have the people actually inside of the Daleks. I think now it's all remote controlled. Dang. Hey,
What's going on? Who are you?
the Lost Doctor, the Rogue Doctor. Look at her glasses. I like her.
I'm the Doctor, mate.
The Fugitive,
Who the hell are you?
right? The Fugitive Doctor.
You aren't gonna use that.
He's not a companion.
Freelance.
Yeah.
Do this to me, us.
This is weird. You were a tour guide in Gloucester the last time I saw you.
Nice trick to use a different interface to confuse this lot. Now. Enough to reverse.
Oh, I'm sorry for ruining this moment, but I need to hear what he said. I'm sorry.
I raised your daughter.
I raised your daughter?
Don't let me go back to me.
The heck? I think I released you, Doctor, but I raised your daughter. Don't let me back to being me.
Yes, let us hope.
Good luck, Doctor.
That's the hologram.
What am it?
Oh, it stopped. It stopped. Wait, but what does that mean for Kate? Or everyone else in the building that's alive? Oh, so that wiped out all the Cybermen?
Daleks are setting off volcanoes in 2022, and here in 1916. There's a big cyber planet which could convert the whole of Earth. There's definitely a fix to both.
Pack a load of nitro onto this.
Right.
Should bring it down.
Well, make the timers last longer on this batch, because the moment this little rock goes
How did
up,
he
we
get
gotta
in there, like...
fast, get past a load of angry Daleks, and I'd like to make it out of here alive.
Wow. Remind me never to mess with either of you.
I thought that was a given. And yes, I would like to go in the TARDIS.
Oh.
Don't speak. No time. Come with me. Another problem to solve. When I say now, activate.
This brings me back to the end of time.
She's still not explaining anything then.
How is it bigger on the inside?
Oh.
A TARDIS. Type 75. Bit flashy for my taste, but way more powerful than mine. Activate the control I gave you, and we'll have a double-powered TARDIS.
Oh, that whole planet is just leaving. Oh, it's time jumping to 2022.
Didn't she just freeze volcanoes into steel?
Yes, I did. Turning multiple planet-threatening situations into public art. I'm sorry that you were taken and that you've been harnessed. After your release, you gambled and you lost. And now your body's failing because of what you put it through.
Damn.
Maybe.
Oh, he's gonna regenerate again.
But if I can't be the Doctor...
Neither can you.
Oh! It hit her. Damn. Okay, well, he died. I'm assuming he'll come back eventually. Oh, you gotta drag her to the TARDIS. Come on.
She's fine. She's fine.
Oh, I don't know about that. Oh. Okay. I'm assuming she'll regenerate by herself. Most of them regenerate by themselves. Except for Matt Smith. Matt Smith regenerated with, well, it was only Peter who regenerated by himself. No!
Yeah.
That's not right. I need more time.
You always need more time, Doctor.
I want more time.
Okay, okay, just hold it for now. Hold it for now. Oh, they're watching this. The unit. Yeah, she can go anywhere she wants, except for the stars.
How many times do you think you've saved Earth?
Oh, it's like when Superman said, "I love you" to the Earth.
But look at it. And Graham and Ryan and Dan. Nobody else got to be us.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody else got to live our days. Nobody. And my heart is so full of love of all of you.
The shortest lived Doctor. The Chris Chibnall only had one Doctor to work with. He never got a chance to work with another Doctor. That was probably for the best, but you know. Ah. So we gotta say bye to Yaz now. I am so glad all her companions left on a good note, though. They didn't die.
What are you doing here?
Didn't you get your invite?
Oh, invite.
I'm Graham, and apparently I've got to be the first one to talk, so See, I met this person and I got whooshed away across all space and time. I mean, I had the most amazing adventures, really.
They were looking at like a
Wait till you hear, 'cause I'm gonna tell
newspaper or a physical map to find where they were going.
But I came back and I actually can't tell anyone. I can't be the only one. I can't. And look,
Oh, these are all like the
I reckon there are more
companions.
people out there too. So maybe yeah, we share stories
Ian!
about the dog.
I will also say I may want to recruit
Kate.
some
Doctors are there? I think we're going to be here quite some time.
Yeah. Oh, she seems familiar, the white one with the white hair, but Ian!
Look after the next one. You okay?
Oh my god, come on.
Is she okay?
There's so much going on.
I'm gonna take him one last sunrise. I want to know what happens next.
Well, you do, in a way.
Right then. Doctor whoever I'm about to be.
Doctor Whoever.
Tag. You're it.
It's nice that this was a happy one. Oh my god. Well, they didn't have the woman singing. They did earlier, but... Doctor Who? Doctor, I release you. Oh. Even the whole clothes. Yeah. I so wish I didn't know this. I didn't know. Like I said in the beginning, I didn't know who she was gonna turn into. But he's back. He's back. Oh my god! Look, this is introducing David Tennant as the Doctor. Look, Dan, Ace, Tegan, Kate Stewart, Vin. Okay, let's look at the credits real quick so that we know which doctors they were. Okay. Joe Jones. She was in the show before, I think. I forget Melanie Bush. Ian Chesterton, I think he was a history teacher, science teacher, math teacher. He was a teacher of something. William Russell. Because William Hartnell plays the first Doctor. I'm so glad they got Ian Chesterton. I think he passed away. Yeah, he passed away, I think, in like 2023. They don't got the doctors? Betraying the doctors? I guess not. Oh, right here. Yeah, Paul McGann was the 8th Doctor. Huh? Which doctors were in Power of the Doctor? So it was the 1st, the 6th, the 5th, and the 8th, and the 7th. I so wish I didn't I so wish I didn't exactly know who replaced Jodie, but dang. It's hard to be sad at Jodie's end because like we saw a face we're so familiar with. And I'm surprised because I was watching the show when this episode came out and I didn't hear anything about this. Like I said, I only just heard it within the past few months. I just didn't say anything until the time came. Like I have heard it's been around 3 years since this special came out. And I didn't hear anything about it. I'm so surprised. I mean, I wasn't into the show. Like I think I just started the show around this time, but okay, I'm gonna exit this recording and I'm gonna do a new one. All right, so that is the end of the Chibnall era. That's the end of Jodie. I feel like the regeneration was a little anticlimactic. I thought it was gonna be a whole speech. You know, we had Matt Smith every doctor's had a whole speech. Every doctor. This one seemed more happy. Matt Smith seemed, I don't know. I don't know. I thought she was gonna like. I guess her speech was to Yaz, and I am really glad she did this next part alone, like she said she was gonna do. But let's. I'm gonna. This is the end of the revival. The technically, I mean, they have the Disney Plus revival, so I'm gonna kind of consider that Doctor Who 2023 season 1, season 2, and the specials and stuff like that. So, this is the end of the 13 seasons. It's taken me less than 3 years to complete it. It'd be 4 years on July 29th. It's currently July 18th, so almost 4 years. I'm gonna say it took me 3 years. I'm gonna say it took me close to 4 years. 4 years to watch 13 seasons. That's not bad. Some people do it in like a year. That's not bad with almost 4 years I've had and how busy my past 4 years have been. I'm glad I was able to do it. I love Doctor Who. I love this show, and I know this isn't the last episode ever. I'm gonna be watching the specials very soon, and I'm gonna be watching the new RTD era very soon. But as of now, the three showrunners we had Russell Davis, Stephen Moffat, and Chris Chibnall. I'm gonna explain what I liked about each showrunner, what I didn't like about each showrunner, what I liked about each doctor, what I didn't like about each doctor. So it's gonna be quite a review. So eh, stick around, stick around. I just want to thank everyone who has joined me on this journey. This is where most of my audience is from. I know that this is the show that gave me somewhat. This is the show that gave me an audience, so I'm so happy for that. Um, I love reading the comments, even if you guys yell at me for getting something wrong. I still love yelling at. I still love reading the comments. Um, it was a rough start. It was a very rough start. I'll be honest with that. It took me a while to get into the show, and it took me a while to understand what the show was. And it wasn't until like season 3 or 4 until I actually really enjoyed it. Season 5 was when I like loved it, but it wasn't until season 3 and 4 when I learned what the actual show was. Um, so it's been quite a journey. There's been so many things I hated about the show, so many things I've loved about the show. Um, but the journey's not over. We got a whole bunch more content left. I mean, not really, but yeah. We only have 4 specials, then season 1, and then another special, I think, and then season 2. Now, I don't know anything about that. I don't know. I've purposely avoided all spoilers. I don't know anything about what happens in the new revival, or whatever you want to call it. Anyway, this episode itself, let's review this episode first. Not much to review because I'm going to review the whole show the show as a whole, so I don't want it to be too long. But anyway, this episode was really, really good. It was still a Chibnall episode, so it was still you got what you got. I think it was a better episode of his. In my personal opinion, I think the story itself, like talking just story wise, I think the Flux was still his best story he ever did. I think the Flux was better than this episode itself, but this episode served its purpose, and this episode was really good at what it did. Um, I enjoyed the two companions. I didn't know who they were, Ace and Tegan, I think her name was, or something. I like the whole Doctor Who fan club or companion club. Ian Chesterton was there a year before he passed away. I'm so glad he was able to do it. If Sarah Jane was still alive, she would have been an old woman, but she would have been in this episode, I bet. I wish they would have like had a call back to her. She was a weirdo. That character was a weirdo. It just reminds me all like looking at Ace with the baseball bat. I was like, all his companions were just weirdos. I thought it was quite a non-risky special. So my hair looks so bad. I look like a founding father right now. I thought it was quite a non-risky special, being that it was just Cybermen and Daleks. They did have the Master, which got on my nerves, but that's his point, so I can't be too mad at that. It's just he does get on my nerves. I think the most risk they did was make the Master go into the Doctor. But other than that, it was a simple special. I think This is I think it's one of my least favorite send-offs to the Doctor. I loved Jodie, and I'm not gonna say I loved. I tolerated most of this era, and I liked most of the era. I liked some of the era. I do think it was just the weakest send-off to a Doctor. I think I can't really. Christopher's was emotional, but he was only there for a season. David Tennant was emotional. I didn't get emotional because I wasn't the hugest fan of David Tennant's Doctor. I'm a fan of David Tennant. He was a great actor, a great portrayal of the Doctor, but the portrayal itself I didn't particularly enjoy. Which I'm kind of canceling myself out, but oh well. Matt Smith's was emotional. I cried in that one. That was the only regeneration I cried for. Peter Capaldi was heartfelt because he was a changed man. That's what I like. I like to look at it like he was a changed man. But she was just. I feel bad. Jodie was just flat the entire time. Like from when she first got on the scene to now, she was very much the same Doctor, and she accepted herself more. She is all about accepting herself, learning who she truly is. But once she learned who she truly was, she just kind of still snuck back, and that's not particularly a bad thing. That she's almost like the same. She's not a changed woman. There was no reason for her to change. She came on the scene. She was the Doctor. She had the confidence. So there was no reason for her to change. But I really enjoy it when the Doctor does change. It's kind of like Christopher. Christopher was only there for a season, so you can't really expect him to change. He was, I guess, edgier, but he was edgier from the beginning to the end of his life stream. So yeah, I guess it's kind of like Christopher. I think David Tennant really learned. Um, David Tennant was, I don't know how to explain it. He was a changed man though, because I feel like he was very much. He did stuff just to be heroic, I feel like, and that's not a bad thing. That's just what I got from him. He was very much the hero character. And the Doctor is a hero, but he I always go back to this example. He had to be the hero so bad that he messed up people's lives to be the hero. He saved this woman, I forget her name. It was the it's right here. I can just go back to it. It was the season 4 special. The season 4 special, Water of Mars. It was the Water of Mars, and he ruined the lady's life because she was supposed to die on that planet, and her granddaughter was supposed to be such a big, important person in the world. But the Doctor saved the woman, therefore, and she didn't appreciate that. She didn't want to be saved. So that was very much his like, I need to be the hero. I need people to save to feel like they're safe around me. And that's a good thing, but I think he truly learned by the time it was done for his regeneration that he went too far. And he said that. He said he went too far and he didn't want to go. He didn't even accept he was going to go. He was the only Doctor that didn't accept he was leaving. Maybe that's why he's back. He's the only Doctor that said I don't want to go. I gotta watch all the Doctor's regenerations now. I gotta watch the Doctor's regenerations. Now back onto Matt Smith. Matt Smith's regeneration was my most heartbreaking. He was such an odd Doctor at the beginning. I loved him though. As soon as he came on the scene, fell in love immediately with Matt Smith. But he was such an odd Doctor. He didn't understand social norms, I guess. Like I don't know. He just felt, I don't know. To me, it felt like he thought human emotion was kind of weird. Just because I always remember Christmas Carol, um, he was always awkward around relationships. I think River Song really taught him relationships. Amy taught him relationships, and the Doctor accepted who he was for the end. And Peter Capaldi, I think, had the most change, the drastic difference in the beginning. He was like, he didn't know who he was. He asked Clara, "Am I a good man?" Which was such a great moment. And then at the end of I think, well, he said something like, did he say something like it doesn't? I guess he said something where he said he was a good man, or he said even if I don't know, he did something. But anyway, to bring this conversation back full circle, this Doctor was just kind of the same. She was samey, other than her learning who she truly is, and that's a whole other discussion that we can get into. But anyway, the Chibnall era to me felt it was the best of both worlds in my opinion. The best of both worlds. That doesn't make any sense. It was such a yin yang with the Chris Chibnall era, because Chibnall did things that I have been asking for since the beginning of the series. He had a TARDIS group. It wasn't just one person. Stephen Moffat did start that with Amy and Rory, and he had River Song every now and then. But he still only had Clara. He still only had Bill, and Russell T Davies had Rose, and then it was just Martha, and then it was just Donna. Am I missing someone? Rose, Martha, Donna. I think that was it. Dang, I thought he had more than that. I think because Rose was in 2 seasons, that's why. Anyway, Chris Chibnall did something that I've asked since the beginning of the show. He had a group. It was only 3 people, sure, but still, he had a group. And for this episode, it was a whole big group. He also had a serialized storyline, The Flux, which I think is his best storyline he's done. So I wanted a serialized storyline. He did it. But then I think season 11 is the worst season in the whole show. Like, he created the worst season in the whole show, in my opinion, and the opinion of ratings as well. I might get crucified for this, but I think season 11 and season 2 are the worst in the whole show. They're not bad. Each season has episodes that are good and bad, but except for season 4. Season 4 and I think season 10 had like the most consistently good episodes. Anyway, season 11 I think was the worst season just because it was episodic in a bad way. Russell T Davies did episodic like series in a good way. Chris Chibnall kind of did it in a bad way, where some of the episodes were like filler. And that's kind of weird to say with episodic adventures, because episodic adventures, they don't really have filler. You can't consider something a filler if each episode is somewhat different. Filler is when like you have a serialized story like Breaking Bad. It's each episode builds off to the last, and then they had the Fly episode, which was a good episode, but it was a filler episode. I think I think in my personal opinion, I think highlights of the season were Rosa, Demons of the Punjab, and there was one more. I like the Witchfinders a lot. And I did like the Battle of Ranskoor Avkolos. I know some people didn't like that one. And I'm like, it takes, you know, this season was good, but the season as a whole, it was just, I don't know. Actually, I was wrong about the last special. The Witchfinders was the shortest episode of the season. I mean, of his era. I also didn't. It's not just Jodie, but it takes me about a season to like a Doctor. That's why I like Matt Smith so much, because the first season he was in, I loved him. But for David Tennant, Peter Capaldi, and Jodie, it took me about like a full season for me to truly like the Doctor. So I really loved her in season 12. Yeah, I liked her. Season 12 was when I really liked her. And season 12 had great episodes. I loved season 12. Well, loved is a strong word. But I think season 12. I think it was. I don't know. It was good. I'm not gonna compare it. I can't compare showrunners. I mean, I can, but like there's some episodes I like here that I enjoyed watching more than let's say season 4 or no, not season 2 or 3 or even Stephen Moffat era. So I can't really kind of compare easily. I think yeah, well let's keep on going on season 12. I'm not don't worry, I'm not gonna like review every single season. Don't worry. I'm just reviewing the Chibnall era and then I'll be saying like I'll compare it to the other eras where like what I liked about other eras more than this one and what I liked about each era and each showrunner. Um Season 12 wasn't even all that good either. I don't know. It's such a weird era because the episodes are decent. The premises are a little weird though. I do think season 12 was decent. I think the Timeless Children was the best episode of the season. And season 13, The Flux, great. My favorite storyline he did. So season 13 is my favorite season he did. I think the Master was overused for the. I think Stephen Moffat did a better job at Missy, and a better job at not having her in a bunch of stories. Now, Chris Chibnall and Stephen Moffat might have the same amount of Master stories, but Chris Chibnall didn't have the same amount of episodes Stephen Moffat did, so it was more of a gap. I think it was a little too overused in the Chibnall era. I think and even then switched the actor. I mean, come on. The actor wasn't bad. Like I said, I think he did a much better job than the original Master from Russell T Davies, in my opinion. But that much of the same Master, like he could have regenerated. He could have done something. I didn't even like him all that. I didn't like him. He did a better job, but I didn't like him. I liked Missy more. I think Missy was handled better. The Master was a little too overused, in my opinion. Another thing I didn't quite like about the era was, like I said, I think I might have said it last episode. I said it a couple episodes. It's very talky, and Doctor Who hasn't really been like that. Doctor Who isn't just a drama where they talk. It's a action, it's fantasy and sci-fi drama. That's what they have it under in Max, HBO Max now. So when the gang just talked to each other for a while, instead of actually doing what they were talking about, it just seemed weird and slow at points. So that's why I didn't like that either. But there were a bunch of other things I liked. I think the acting was great. I think the premises were weird, but I think they were good. I'm not a Chris Chibnall era hater, but I'm not gonna defend it. If someone says they don't like this era, I understand why. Just have a reason why you don't like the era. I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't rewatch this era. I wouldn't rewatch it. I want to rewatch Doctor. I only ever rewatched season 1 of Doctor Who. So I want to definitely rewatch the show. But um it'll just be hard for me to rewatch this era. I think it was easy to watch because I was finding out new information, but there's no episodes where I have no comfort episodes. I have comfort episodes in the other eras. I had no like comfort episodes. I'd rewatch Rosa. Rosa was good. Some people don't really like that one. It was a little too on the nose for them, but whatever. I ain't watching Kerblam. That episode can Kerblam to me was like um Love and Monsters. Anyway, that was the Chibnall era. That's my opinion on the Chibnall era. It wasn't bad, but there's a reason why it's regarded as the worst era. Um I don't think Chibnall is a great writer. I just don't. I think he's an okay writer, but a good writer is different than an amazing writer. And the past two showrunners were amazing writers. Chibnall, if you're watching this, don't sue me. This is my opinion, and he's not gonna watch this. I just, I don't know. I feel like the writing has definitely been better, and that's all right. I don't know. He was good at writing his what he worked with. He was good at writing his era, but his writing isn't better than the last era. The last era is better. The last couple, RTD and Stephen Moffat were better writers. Chris Chibnall was a good writer for his era, but comparing the writing for this and the writing for them, it's way better. I recently rewatched, I think, Peter Capaldi's Regeneration or something, and I was like, where has this writing been? I was like I think I was during season 12 when I was watching this. I rewatched Peter Capaldi's Just Regeneration. I was like blown away by how good the writing was because it's truly different. So yeah. Um anyway, this is a discussion this is a discussion I've had planned since Stephen Moffat, I think. But I'm gonna give you guys my honest opinion of each showrunner. Let's start with Russell T Davies. The showrunner I didn't like at first. I didn't like his I didn't like him. I didn't like his story or his I didn't like it. Let's just say. Like I said earlier in the discussion, it took a while for me to get used to the show. It was dated. The effects were dated. It was very British politics, which isn't a bad thing, but I don't know British politics. I mean, even if it was American politics, it still would, you know, it was very British politics. It was good. Like it was good, but it was very and he had the right for this, but in my opinion, it was very British orientated. And he has the right. It's a British TV show. He doesn't have to orientate the show for anyone other than British people. Well, I think that's what Chibnall did. Chibnall did a good job of making it. Stephen Moffat did a good job of making it mainstream, but Chibnall had a lot of representation. But Russell T Davies was it was very much British pride. And like I said, it's not a bad thing. But that's why, to me, it took a while to get used to. Because it was a lot of like London-based stuff, future of the London 1940, London in present day with the Slitheenes, London and Victorian Cardiff. You know, it was like very British oriented, and that's not a bad thing. But me as a viewer, it took a while for me to get used to it. So once I got used to it around season 3, I was like, okay. I think the episodes in Russell T Davies that really got me loving Doctor Who was definitely like the Impossible Planet and Satan's Pit, and then season 3 was good. There was like I didn't find any bad episodes in season 3. Oh, never mind. Human Nature and The Family Blood, that can screw off. I gotta rewatch it, but that can screw off from what I remember. The reason why I say that is because people were so mad at me in the comments because they loved that episode. I was like, I didn't like it. I didn't like it. David Tennant, the Doctor was weird in that episode. Like, anyway, the Russell T Davies era really had me. It was a slow burn for me. I like it now, especially comparing it to Chibnall era. I like it now, and I really want to rewatch it now. And I think rewatching is just gonna be fun now that I know what I know. Also, another thing was the 11th Doctor. Sorry, the 10th Doctor. I didn't like him. I've told you guys that. I didn't like him. I didn't like him until season 3. I didn't like him in season 2. I thought he was a little annoying, especially in Tooth and Claw. I didn't like him in Tooth and Claw at all. I thought he was very annoying. But season 3, I started to like him. And season 4, I really liked him. Like I'm like you saw my smile when he came back. Like I really enjoyed David Tennant in season 4, and Donna. Donna was such a surprisingly good character. Anyway, that's the end of Russell T Davis era. Stephen Moffat, I adore Stephen Moffat. I might be biased, but Stephen Moffat is still my favorite showrunner. Matt Smith is still my favorite Doctor, and I can stand by that. I loved Matt Smith. I also think I was watching. I think in this point in my real life, I was watching the show and just a great like my life has been good, but I think I was watching this era in such a great moment in my life, and my life is good now. But I'm just saying, like during that time I was watching this show, I think it was like the best time in my life, like outside of watching the show. So I think that's why it really resonates with me. Like unlike Rose T. Davis, where I wanted to watch the episodes, but this doctor and this it was mainly Matt Smith, I'll be honest. Matt Smith made me really want to see what was happening next. I really wanted to see the adventures with Doctor and Amy, and especially when Rory came on the scene. I really wanted to see each episode, and I didn't care if the episodes weren't that good, like the Hungry Earth 2-parter. Um, as long as I saw Matt Smith do what he did on screen, I loved it. It also had such the first episode that made me cry, Vincent and the Doctor. Um, that was it should have won awards, that episode, I'll be honest. I love that episode. I love Stephen Moffat's timey paradoxes as well. I also think Stephen Moffat why see Rusty Davis is about to make me mad now. Cuz Rusty Davis Matt Smith did or Stephen Moffat did a good and he still didn't do it all that much. No showrunner did it that much, but I think Stephen Moffat did a good job at having time more as a plot rather than just a thing that gets you someplace. I think it was like one or two stories in this era that well a bunch of stories, but where like time travel had like an actual effect and they used time travel to their advantage rather than just ending up in some place and staying there the whole time. Like the Impossible Astronaut had a lot of time travel stuff. Anything with River Song had time travel in it. With Peter Capaldi, the flood, they used time travel there. They went back to their own events. Um, I wish that's the one thing I complain about all three of them. I wish they used time more as an actual character and plot device rather than an actual, um, rather than just getting somewhere. And I think that's hard to do with an episodic show like this. They can't really do that where it's like you went back in time and stopped the assassination of Archduke Ferdinand, so there that way you stopped World War One. They can do that, but it'll be fixed by the end of the episode. So that's also another thing I don't like. It's like Family Guy. The characters all die, and by the end of the episode, they're all back to normal. Um, now the Doctor Who is more subtler than that. But I mean, each story by the end of it, I mean, we're still good. We're still adventuring, and that's not a bad thing. But just me as a viewer, I kind of wish there were more consequences. Um, Also, Stephen Moffat introduced one of my favorite side characters, River Song. I think to this day that's still like my second or third. It's my top 3 favorite storylines they've ever done. River Song. Um, just seeing her seeing her death first was very original, I think, um and seeing her last moments with the Doctor were nice. The thing I didn't like about that though was I guess she did the first time she met her was when she met the Doctor was when she was a baby, but you're not really fully sentient. I mean, you are, but you're not like conscious when you're a baby. So I kind of do wish they had like a first meeting where River Song's like, "Who are you? What's your name?" And they might have, I forget. The first time we saw River Song in um Stephen Moffat was the Weeping Angel story, but she didn't think that was the Doctor. She knew of the Doctor, but she didn't think that was the Doctor. So I just kind of, I don't know. I guess her as a character in this universe, she just always knew about the Doctor. And actually, I guess the first time they met was Let's Kill Hitler. That was the first time they met, or the second time they met after she was a baby. And I didn't even notice, but the last time they saw each other was actually the last time River Song. The last time River Song saw the Doctor was in the Time of the Doctor, I think, the season 7 finale. I think that was because her consciousness, her dead consciousness, got projected. Oh, I think it was the Name of the Doctor, or it was the Time of the Doctor, one of them two. But her dead consciousness got projected onto him. I didn't even notice that until way after I saw that episode. I think other than Donna, well, Donna's not my favorite companion, but I think Amy and Rory are my favorite companions. You can tell season 5 to like 7 were my favorites just because of Amy, Rory, and the Doctor. To this day, I can confidently say they're my favorite trio. They were my favorite Doctor group. That's why I was just so heartbroken when they all left. Anyway, Stephen Moffat introduced my favorite companions. Amy. Everything about Amy is just amazing. Everything. She's also Nebula. And then Rory went to be a time leader of his own in Legend of Tomorrow. Rip Hunter. Clara was amazing. Like, stunning, beautiful, great character. People were like sick of her for some reason at the end, but I still loved her. She really reminded me of someone I knew in real life. I forget if I ever told you guys, but just the looks reminded me. Clara was I didn't cry for Amy and Rory. I cried for Clara, which is a surprise. Bill was okay. I think Bill was my least favorite companion in the whole show, though. Nothing against her, but I didn't like that era. Season 10 was good, but I didn't like Nardole and Bill and the Doctor together. I don't know. I didn't really like that. Missy was good though. And that's the end of the Moffat era. Moffat era is still my favorite. I think one last overall review of each era. Rusty Davis prose, just writing characters that you care for. Con, he didn't really have any cons other than my personal opinion. Just my personal opinion of each episode. That's the con. My personal opinion. I also think he was a little too safe. There we go. He was a little too safe for my liking. He didn't take risks. And I'm gonna get comments saying he did take risks. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Stephen Moffat, Pro. I mean Matt Smith, Amy and Rory, River Song. Stories. I loved it. Cons. Can't think of any cons. My biasty is showing. What cons did he have? Let me look through his episodes. What cons did he have? I don't know, because I liked each episode. I can't think of any cons. I don't know. I can't think of any cons. Chris Chibnall, pros, the Flux storyline, cons, just everything else, I guess. So I thought it was gonna be easier. I thought it was gonna be easier to tell me pros and cons, but I can't. Overall, the show is not my favorite. I don't have a love for this show, but the show is special. And I've said, I don't know if I've said, I think I have said it, but the Doctor is one of my favorite characters in media, in fiction and media. The Doctor is one of my favorite characters. I love the Doctor. I think this show deserves way more. Like, the show deserves way more recognition, and I'm sure it has a bunch of recognition in the UK. But especially over here, I only know 2 people in real life who watched the show. 3 people, but one of them was a teacher. 3 people that actually watched the show. 4 people. The second one was a teacher as well. The show is great. I think a very good episode is very good and very amazing and deserves everything. And a very bad episode is very bad, and there's like no saving it. It's like it's that type of show where like you're gonna get what you're gonna get. Most of the time it's good, but you're gonna get that one bad episode where it's like, is this show really that good? It is though, it is. And this show, I'm so glad I watched this show. It's such a fun time. Anyway, we're not gonna get into all that. We're not gonna get into all that. I'm gonna end this review here. I don't know if there was any more things I wanted to say. I talked about each of the characters. Well, Rose Tyler, you know, I love my Rose Tyler. I understand why people don't like her all too much, but people don't like anything. And rewatching season 1, I was like, you know what? Rose isn't too bad. Rose is actually pretty good. So we're gonna get on to the specials. We're gonna get on to the Disney Plus specials. So yeah, I hope you guys stick around for the journey. We're not done with this adventure yet. I know I was speaking like I was done with the adventure, but I just wanted to do this long review, talk about each of the showrunners, each of the doctors, so that way I don't have to do it later again. I don't have to, you know, I was waiting to finish this season, all 13 seasons, to talk about everything. And then now we got 4 specials and 2 seasons and 1 more special, I think. I don't know what the specials are gonna be like. David Tennant is back. I'm excited to see how he's gonna be. I'm sure I'm gonna love him. Like, I feel like I'm gonna appreciate him more now than I did back when I started. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.